Good morning guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Kessie. Thanks for clicking this video. Today I wanted to do a very short and quick video review about my 2016 Dodge Challenger RT and owning this car for 40,000 miles. Well, almost 40,000. We're at 38,816. So we're just gonna notch it up to 40,000 miles. This car has been my daily driver. I drive it every day to work, to school when I was in school, to do whatever I need to do. It is my go-to. It's my daily. It has been an amazing car and still is. I got it when it had less than 100 miles on it, so it was a brand new car, and I've driven it to this point. So I've put almost 40k miles on this. That's a lot of miles. But let's get to the review. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Stay tuned. First things first, I love this car. I really don't have any complaints about it. Honestly, it's been a great car. A few concerns though. When Dodge makes these, they put these skinny tires on it, those 245s. Yeah, once you get one of these, just take them off. Take them off and upgrade them. Get something bigger, get something wider if you can, or just get something stickier. The compound in the tire really affects how well it performs. That's if you're performance oriented. But why would you get this car if you're not performance oriented? I don't know. It's your life. Live it. However, tires are one big thing that you gotta change with this car. So the things that I've done to this car are numerous. I'm gonna go off the top, see if I can remember everything that I've done. So one of the very few first mods I did was tint. Obviously, I didn't want driving around looking like a fishbowl. So I put tint on all the windows except the windshield. I should have gone darker, so I think I'm gonna go darker since I have moved to a different state that allows you to go darker on your tint than my previous state did. So that's gonna be coming up soon. I'll probably do a video about that. I'm gonna get tints all over except the windshield, of course. The next thing that I did to this car was the rear deck lid spoiler. It came in the body color of the car. Now this car is white. If you check my other videos, you can see that in there. I painted that black. So I took that off, disconnected the camera, and painted it black. I've also changed out the air filter. So I put a high flow filter in there. Also changed the airbox. Put in the Hellcat airbox with the hole in the front light. That looks pretty cool. And as far as performance wise, I don't know if it improved much. Objectively speaking, however, subjectively, I did feel the car perk up a little bit. The acceleration was a little more responsive. I don't know if that translates to better on paper performance, but it's just something I felt once I made that modification. Another thing I've done is I put stripes on the car. So I put those hash, almost Corvette like, on both sides, and then I put 345s on the sides of the car. As far as engine mods go, I haven't really messed with the car much. It's pretty much stock, just a lot of exterior mods. I did change the wheels out, so I went with flow formed wheels, 10.5 in the back and 9 in the front. So I'm running 305s in the back and 275s in the front. So it's a staggered look. It gives the car a really aggressive stance, a much better stance in my opinion, subjectively and objectively too. Yeah, a much better stance than you got from the factory with this car. The interior is comfortable. These seats are great. I've driven 24 hours in this car, not at one time with breaks in between, but 24 hours from the East Coast to where I am now, and these seats are really comfortable. It's like you're on a couch. A lot of space inside and in the trunk, with the trunk lid that actually gives you access to the space, unlike you have in the Camaros, the 2016 version and up Camaros. So all in all, this has been a good car to have. I plan on keeping it for the remainder of its life. Do some more modifications to it. I gotta tell you something though. Don't mod your car. Don't do it. Reason I say it is, once you start, it's kind of hard to stop. You just keep going. You're thinking, what's the next mod? What's the next mod? Which is a lot of fun, especially if you do it yourself, you're really involved in it. However, if you don't want to go down that rabbit hole, just don't start. Just keep it stock. It's nice. It's a great car. And drive it. Enjoy it for the days that you're going to own it. One of the very few mods I did as well was the exhaust on the car. I did is it an end muffler delete? Resonator delete? I don't know. Those big suitcase looking things that were on the back of these cars, each weighed about 22 pounds. Yeah, cut them off. Straight piped it. I still have the mid mufflers and the cats and all that. Just deleted the suitcases in the back, which made the car sound a lot better. However, I'm thinking about probably upgrading the exhaust as well. Maybe just going full take off the other mufflers and see what it sounds like. It's probably going to be obnoxious, but since it's my daily driver, I really don't want to deal with all that noise on the day-to-day basis. Yeah, that's a bust. No. With the interior, I have L-wire installed as well. I showed a little how-to video in one of my previous videos. Just search the channel, you're gonna find it. It's an interior lighting mod. It gives the interior a little pep to it, especially at nighttime, even during the day, where you can see these red accents in the doors and on the dash and in the center console. The lighting comes on at night and just gives the car a really nice look. I really like that lighting aspect that they had in the Camaros, but since I elected to go with the Challenger, I had to find some way to bring that over with it. So it worked pretty well. I've also upgraded the clutch on this car. Now, there was an issue that I started having with the clutch. In case you didn't know, this is a 6-speed manual transmission with the 4 pedals down there. So I got my gas, my brake, my clutch, and then the emergency brake. The clutch started giving me problems. What I was experiencing was quite unique because nobody could tell me what it was. I did a whole bunch of online research on forums, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, trying to figure out what the issue was, and I couldn't get a clear answer. Let me describe the issue. When I would go into first or second gear and the car would warm, if it's warm, I've driven it for a while during the day, it would get stuck in the gear. So when I go to shift, it did not want to release the gear. So it would stay in second, for instance, and I couldn't go to third, or stay in first and I couldn't take it out, even though the clutch was all the way depressed. In those cases, I would have to sort of like stall the car a little bit without the engine going off just to get the clutch to release the gear. So I took it to the dealership and they couldn't figure it out. So what they were suggesting was to replace the clutch, the flywheel, and some other components with that clutch assembly. And that was gonna run me a lot of money. So I figured if I'm gonna go ahead and mess with the clutch, because you got to drop the whole transmission to get to those components, might as well upgrade the clutch. So I upgraded the clutch to a McLeod's RXT. There's two variants. There's the RST with the S, and then there's the RXT. One of those has the metallic clutch material. The other one has carbon ceramic material. So I went with the ceramic, which is stronger in the hold. It's more aggressive, and it doesn't feel like the stock clutch feels. This feels like it grabs on the gears, especially when you're banging through them, and there's a little bit of a rattle sometimes. I think it just has to do with the clutch assembly. I've had it checked and double checked. Nothing is wrong. Everything is aligned. The splines are good. The flywheel, however, I did not have to change. They said it was good, so all they did was bolt the clutch on and replace the transmission, and ever since I haven't had that sticking issue with the gears. When I did the gears, the clutch, had that changed, I went ahead and upgraded my shifter, because the shifter that came with the car was pathetic. Dodge, if you're listening or watching, you need to do a better job with that shifter. It's trash. I upgraded to a Barton short throw shifter. Now, I didn't do a video on that because I didn't have this channel up and running fully at that time, but I have the Barton short throw shifter installed. Took out the old shifter. It's a quick, easy install. I believe Workplay Drive has a video on how to install it. I actually used his video to install mine, so shout out to him. I appreciate it, brother. And this shifter is on point. It takes a little getting used to, just because it's such a short throw coming from the longer throw with the stock, but this shifter is really good. I got it in black with the ball on it, and yeah, just it's a really short throw. This car came with the baby radio, you know, that 5-inch radio that sits in the middle of the dash, looking like an egg that's gonna hatch but never hatches, to the 8-inch. So yeah, I upgraded. I took that out and got a bigger 8.4-inch, I think UA4 radio, and install that instead. So I have the full navigation, all the Uconnect apps, all the good stuff that comes with it. So if you have a 5.0 radio, it's a mod that I really recommend you do. It changes the whole interior of the car, one, and gives you more functionality as to what you can do with this amazing entertainment unit. As far as mechanical issues with the car, I haven't had any. The engine's been great, transmission's been great. The only thing was the clutch, which I talk about. Other than that, electronics, everything works as it's supposed to, and I'm really enjoying owning this car, primarily because I came from a Corolla, a 1994 Toyota Corolla in stick shift. That's what I came from, with the 1.6 engine, liter engine. So going from that to a 5.7 V8, that was quite the upgrade. But oh man, I love it. I love it. I love driving this thing. That's it. I do. So that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about the car, modifications, anything of that nature, please leave it in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe, and again, thanks for watching. This is Cassie signing out. Peace.